Alright, what's going on everyone? It's DSP, and this is Marvel vs. Capcom 3. The first chance I've actually had to try it out on my home console. I've played it a couple times before today, I have to admit, but let me mute this so I can concentrate. That was the horrible Take You for a Ride song from Marvel vs. Capcom 2, which actually has a couple remix versions in this game. But anyway, the reason for this video series is I want to teach people who have not played the Versus series of fighting games before, the bread and butter, the basics. And there's a lot of them to learn. So let's start. First of all, I'm in training mode right now, but you might see this selection at any menu screen in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. It says Operation Mode. Now what this means is there's two selections. There's normal and simple. If you pick normal, you're playing the real game, okay? If you pick simple, it means I don't really want to compete. I don't really want to learn the game. I'm just playing this for fun, and I want to have simple inputs, you know, shortcuts to doing everything. I will probably explore the simple path at a later date, but for now I'm going to go to normal because normal is what normal fighting game players use. So we're going to pick normal, okay? And it really doesn't matter what characters we select here, but here's the way that this game works, okay? You need to pick a team of 3 fighters. So, you know, you can pick whoever you want. There's no limits to who you pick. The only limit really is you cannot pick more than one of the same character. So right now I'm on Beautiful Joe. I can't pick 3 Beautiful Joes or 2 Beautiful Joes and then another character. It doesn't allow me to do that. So, here, I'll pick Wolverine, I'll pick Super Skrull, and I'll pick Sentinel. Why not? Oh, that's right, I didn't unlock Sentinel, so I'll pick Wesker. Duh. Now, what you see is when I'm selecting these characters, it's giving me some additional options. It's asking assist type, okay? In the Versus series of games, what happens is you have a team of multiple characters, and you're going to have a main character that's on the screen while you're fighting, okay? And that's the character who you're controlling with your controller and or joystick. But at the same time, you're always going to have other characters who are off screen unless they're dead. But they start alive, obviously, at the beginning of the round, and you have the ability to call them out during the round to do certain things. Assist type basically means what would you like them to do when you press their button for them to come out and do something. So, just for an example here, we'll pick Ghost Butterfly. And we're just going to pick another team on the other side. And we're in training mode right now, so it gives you certain options. Yes, you can fart around with this if you'd like. We're just going to go to random stage. It doesn't really matter what stage you're on. So here we are. We're going into a training mode stage with 3 random characters that I strategically picked. Not randomly. Okay. Alright, so here we are. We're in a match. Infinite time or whatever. We're in training mode. So how does this game really work, okay? There's a couple fundamentals that you need to learn. The first thing you need to learn are your controls. What happens when you press certain buttons, okay? So what I'm going to do, if I can actually get this out in front of the camera, I'm going to show you my joystick. Hold on. I'm trying to see. Oh, you can see it. Good. Alright. So this is my joystick. This is a Hori joystick, okay? And the Hori joystick, as you can see, has 8 buttons. Most joysticks that you buy today will have 8 buttons. You might be able to find a rare selection of joysticks that only have 6 buttons, but most have 8 when you buy them, okay? So, what's on this joystick? This is the joystick that obviously controls the motion of your character, and these are your buttons. Now, depending on what kind of joystick you buy, it's going to be different, and I apologize for that because it really is confusing. Today I went to a Marvel 3 tournament, and every single person who stepped up to play had to set their buttons a certain way, okay? What I'm going to do is explain to you how the standard buttons in Marvel vs. Capcom 3 should work, because that's really the default button setting is what everyone should be using, okay? So in an ideal world, okay, ideal world, there's 6 buttons. You're going to ignore these 2 on the end, okay? You're going to have light attack, medium attack, heavy attack, special button, partner 1, and partner 2. And let me briefly explain what those buttons do. Light attack, oops, I didn't press it, sorry. Light attack actually does a light attack. See, Wolverine's doing a little jab there. Medium attack does a medium strength attack, and heavy attack, look at that, a giant slash. That's what you do with heavy attack. Special button is meant to launch, and what that means is it's going to actually kick your opponent so hard they're going to fly into the air. See that? Okay. Now, the other two buttons, these two right here, are meant for your partners. So partner 1 is going to call out my first teammate who's Super Skrull, and he's going to do something interesting. I punch Captain America right in the face. And then the second partner button, which is right here, the 6th button, is going to have my second teammate, Wesker, do something interesting. Wow, he walked out and punched thin air. That was amazing. So those are the basic 6 buttons of the game. That's the default button layout for this game. Light, medium, heavy, special, partner 1, partner 2. A lot of people are going to say, well, I don't understand because when I plug my joystick in, it doesn't work like that. Well, let me explain why. What you need to do is you pause the game, okay? Go to controller settings. Every single joystick is different depending on who manufactured it. So if you have a Hori stick, this is a stick manufactured by Hori. It actually says Hori at the top of the stick. What you need to do is line up the color with the button, okay? Now, like I said, this button should be light attack. Well, look at this. Right now it says red is light attack. Okay, that's correct. Blue should be medium attack. Blue is medium attack, right? Yellow should be heavy attack. Yellow is heavy attack. This should be special. This should be partner 1, partner 2. As you look at this screen, they are lining up. Now you might say, okay, well these aren't color-coded. They are actually labeled left trigger and right trigger. So that's how you figure it out. On the PS3, it's a little different because none of the buttons on the PS3 are labeled. I'll show you very quickly, even though I don't have the PS3 version plugged in here. I want to show you what I mean. So this is an example of a typical PS3 joystick, okay? Oh, on the wrong side, hold on. Typical PS3 joystick does not have any color coding at all, okay? It's by button, and as you can see, there's a square, a triangle, R1, X, O, R2. If you have a PS3 joystick, you're probably not going to have color-coded buttons. That's how you're going to map it. And as you see here, yes, there's colors, but it also says X, Y, B, A, L, B, L, T, etc. That's for the Xbox 360, which I'm playing on right now. What you basically want to do is have the generic button layout for this game. So for a Hori stick, okay, this is why if you go into your controller settings, it actually has controller type, okay? This is type, it's not type Y, it's alpha, beta, this is an omega, this is some I forget how you even pronounce this, okay? But this selection is for Hori sticks. If you select type, I call it type Y because that looks like a Y. If you select type Y, any stick manufactured by Hori will work easily, okay? Now, if you don't have a Hori stick, if you have a Mad Cat stick, such as the Tournament Edition sticks, the ones that I've sold on eBay, or even the Round 2 Tournament Edition sticks, those are a different setting, okay? As you're going to see here, these buttons are different. Blue is the light attack, yellow is the medium attack, then you have right bumper. A is still special, so that stays the same, but your partner 1 is B and partner 2 is right trigger. So if you're going to do those, you need to change the settings on your console so that you can actually get the right controls working. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want, hold on one second, I believe, might be type B. Hold on, let me double check. Yes, type B is for the Hori joystick. Type A, I think, is for the gamepad. Yes, Type A is for gamepads. So Type A, if you're using the Xbox 360 pad, that's Type A. Type B is for a Mad Catz joystick, and type Y is for a Hori joystick. Obviously for the PS3 it's going to be a little different. It's probably type A is the PS3 gamepad, duh. Type B is probably a Mad Catz joystick, and type Y is a Hori joystick. So that's how you set up your buttons. And I know that was a long explanation, but so many people get confused about it that it's worth mentioning. So here we go. Okay. We've set up our buttons. Wow, we spent 10 minutes setting up our buttons. Alright, so we're in the actual game now. And alright, the first objective is, what should I be doing? What is the goal? The goal is obviously to deplete your enemy's health enough so that they die. And the more that I hit him, as you can see, I'm hitting Captain America right now. His health is going down. His health bar, which is up there. Once it's down to 0, he's gone. He cannot come back to the fight. Your objective is to deplete all 3 of their health bars down to 0. There's several different ways to do this. Just pressing buttons like crazy, like mashing buttons, you know, oh my god, I'm gonna beat his ass up, oh, I'm going crazy. Alright, that's one way to do it, but that's not the way to really do it if you actually want to learn how to play the game, okay? There's normal moves, special moves, super moves, then you have other advanced moves, which I'll talk about. So first of all, normal moves. Anytime you press light, medium, heavy, special, those are your normal moves. And I'm sorry, I pressed the partner by accident. So light, medium, heavy, and special. Those are your normal moves. You're by yourself. You're not calling out any of your teammates or anything like that. And you can actually chain them together. So for example, I'm Wolverine, okay? And I'm walking forward. I'm near Captain America. The way that we play this game, if you're not familiar with the Versus series, this is going to sound really crazy to you, but the way to do very easy combos is you have to dial them in. Dial the Magic series. And when I say Magic series, I mean there's an actual progression of attack buttons that if you press them with every character, they will usually work. Okay, so what I mean is this. Let me get my joystick again in front of the camera. Okay, here's the joystick. If you go light, medium, heavy, and then special, those 4 buttons, if you dial them, I mean, boom, 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 just like that, just like you're dialing a phone, if you dial them in succession, usually they will all combo together, meaning your opponent will not be able to defend against them if you hit with any one of them, okay? So for example, I'm Wolverine, I'm in front of Captain America here, I'm going to dial it in. So I'm going to do light, medium, heavy, special. That was it, 4 hits. And what happened was, when the special hit, this is special, it's the launcher like I talked about, and it launches Captain America into the air. And once he's in the air, he is basically vulnerable to additional attacks. Once you launch someone like this, if you hold up on your joystick, your character will automatically jump, which is as you're seeing right there. I'm hitting him with it, and then I'm holding up, and he's jumping up. And what you want to do once you get up into the air like that is you want to continue to hit your opponent. And just like you were doing on the ground, if you continue to dial in that Magic series in the air, it's going to do the same thing. So I do light, medium, heavy, launcher, or light, medium, heavy, special. Here we go. Light, medium, heavy, special, light, medium, heavy, special, as you can see. It all hits. I'm just pressing the same 4 buttons twice. Light, medium, heavy, special, light, medium, heavy, special. And it all combos. So this is the basics of an air combo in the Versus series. You dial a certain progression of buttons in a certain order, and they all combine to create what's called a combo. And right now, if Captain America is coming at me, I do this. He would not be able to stop anything I just did as soon as that first hit connected. He'd be just vulnerable to take the hits. Alright, so we're going to get more advanced. When I come back, we're going to talk about special moves, super moves, tag outs, partners, everything else. So I hope you enjoyed part 1. I'll be back soon.